personnel to achieve optimal performance. This report will explore avenues to enhance our staffing strategies and evaluate our collective success. A pleasant afternoon, everyone. We are Group 3. Today we're going to tackle all about staffing. But before we start, allow us to introduce ourselves. I am Christina and Maria. These are my co-members.
My name is Vera Garcia Moreno. My name is Tia Students. I am Josephine Ella. I'm Keisha Sandro. I'm Charlie Alvarez. And I am Naya.
Again, we are Group 3. So we actually have two lessons. Lesson 1 is the concept and nature of staffing, and Lesson 2 is the process of recruiting, selecting, and training employees. So let's start with the first lesson, the concept and nature of staffing. So what is staffing? Staffing, according to G11 2012, is the human resource function of identifying, attracting, hiring, and retaining people with the necessary qualifications to fill the responsibilities of current and future jobs in the organization. Staffing in the context of business refers to the process of acquiring, developing, or development, and retaining a workforce of a sufficient quantity and quality to fulfill the operational and strategic needs of an organization. Next, we have the concept of staffing. Once the organizational goals are set, the plans and prepared organization is approximately structured to pave the path for achievement of the set goals. The next step is to provide appropriate personnel to fill the various positions created by the organizational structure. So the process putting people to job is termed as staffing. Staffing, the management function, involves appointing appropriate personnel, developing them to meet organizational needs, and ensuring that they are satisfied and happy workforce. Next, we have the basic needs of staffing to be discussed by Ms. Rhea Muleno.
Okay, so we are going to discuss about the basic nature of staffing. We have first people-oriented. So people-oriented and staffing focuses on people since it deals with recruitment, training, development, and management of the employees. It ensures the right person is placed in the right job. Second, we have development-oriented. Development-oriented in staffing does not stop at hiring. It emphasizes continuous development of the employees through training, career growth, and performance improvement. Next, we have purposive function. And staffing, it is a function required at all levels of the management and in all organizations, whether it is small, medium, or large. Next, we have continuous function. Continuous function in staffing is not a one-time process. As an organization grows and employees leave or get promoted, staffing must be carried out continuously. Next, we have human objectives. And staffing, it ensures employee satisfaction by providing fair treatments, providing proper working conditions, and opportunities for growth. Number 6, we have individual as well as group-oriented. So in staffing, it pays attention to both the needs of the individual employees and the requirements of the group or teams within the organization. Number 7, we have developing cordial working environment. And staffing, it helps create a healthy and cooperative workplace, reducing conflicts and promoting teamwork. Number 8, we have interdisciplinary nature. In staffing, it uses knowledge from multiple fields like psychology, sociology, law, economics, and management to handle people effectively. Number 9, we have integral part of general management. In staffing, it is one of the core functions of management, along with planning, organizing, directing, and controlling, making it inseparable from overall business operation. Number 10, the last part, we have science as well as art. So in staffing, it applies scientific principles like job analysis, testing, and evolution. But it also includes managerial skills, judgment, and creativity of handling people. Next, we are going to discuss the 7 important functions of staffing. The first one is manpower planning. So what is manpower planning in staffing? Manpower may be planned for short-term and long-term. For short-term manpower planning may achieve the objectives of the company at present conditions, while long-term manpower planning while long-term manpower planning should be concerned of the estimation of the staff members required in the future. So meaning to say that manpower planning is a process of ensuring the right number of people with the right skills are available at the right time. And short-term planning, it meets the present needs of the company, while the long-term manpower planning, it estimates the staff requirements based on their growth, changes, and requirements. So with this function, it helps avoid both overstaffing and understaffing.
Development. Development is concerned with the development of staff members through adequate and appropriate training program. The giving is only to the needing person. Development refers to the process of building the skills, knowledge, and abilities of people, so they can perform better in their roles and contribute more effectively. It is often done through proper training programs, workshops, and learning opportunities. Development is not only about personal growth, but also about helping organizations and communities improve. It focuses on long-term progress better an individual than an individual. The next we have fixing the employment standard. It involves the job specification and job description. This enables the management select the personnel. The management select the personnel. The job description is a systematic management and of the duties and responsibilities in a specific job. Job specification is a statement of personal qualities that an individual must possess if he is to successfully perform the job. Fixing the employment standard means setting clear guidelines about what is expected from a person in a specific job. It involves preparing the job description, the list of duties and responsibilities of a position, and the job specification, the personnel qualities required to perform the job well. This standard help the management to select the right person, the right person in a systematic way. By doing this, both the employer and employees understand what is required and making work more efficient and professional. And next we have sources. It is concerned with the method by which staff members are selected. This source may be internal and external source. Internal source means that a vacancy filled up by the company out of the staff members available within the company. The external source means that a vacancy filled up by the company out of the company outside the company. The person selected may be an employee or working in any other company. Source refers to the method by which staff members or employees are choosing to fill a job vacancy. And there are two main types of source: internal and external source. Internal source means that the company selects someone who is already part of the organization, like promoting an existing employee. External source means that the company hires someone from outside, such as an employee applicant or individual in working in any other company.
So let's proceed on selections and choosing. It includes the process of selection of the staff members. The next step is giving a job to a person on the basis of his ability, education, experience, and the like. It means selections the process of choosing the right people for the job. While placement is giving the person the appropriate required not only for the new staff members, but also by the existing staff members. And it means trainings organized by the company itself or someone's employees sent by the outside of the company to be trained. The cost of this training is usually covered by the company. Training isn't just for new employees, but also for the existing staff members to improve their skills by learning new method. This ensures everyone to keep updated and effective to the rules. Next is step process of staffing. Staffing starts with estimation of manpower requirements. Emphasis towards searching for talented personnel to fill the various positions in an organization. Therefore, staffing should follow a logical step-by-step process. It means staffing starts with estimating of how many employees or what kind of manpower is needed. After figuring that out, the company searches for talented people to fill these positions. Training isn't staffing should follow a logical step-by-step approach to make sure the right people is hired for their job. This ensures everyone. In short, it's all about planning, finding, and placing the right staff in an organized way. Okay, did you understand our first lesson?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Now, our second lesson is all about the process of recruiting, selecting, and training employees. Recruitment is essentially a set of activities designed to attract qualified applicants for a job vacancy in an organization. Recruitment is important because it is a crucial function of human resources that allows an organization to find and hire the right talent. If an organization stops all the recruitment, it may risk a shortage of talent, which can lead to lower productivity and inability to meet business goals. Now, let's explore the two primary methods of recruitment. We have the external and internal. Let's delve into each. First, we have external recruitment. This method considers looking outside the organization for potential candidates to fill job vacancy. This method considers various sources to find individuals who might want to join the organization. The following are the methods of external recruitment. First, we have advertisement. This can be done through websites, newspaper, journals, television, radio, billboards, posters, and email, among others. Second, we have unsolicited applications. These are applications from individuals who took the initiative to apply, even if the company did not indicate that they need a new staff. They are called unsolicited applicants. They typically use resumes and cover letters to apply, even if the position is not formally advertised. Third, we have internet recruiting. Independent job boards of the web commonly used by job seekers and recruiters to gather and disseminate job opening information. Internet recruiting typically involves online platforms such as company websites and job boards. For example, we have jobstreet.com and jobfinder.com. Fourth, we have employee referral. These are recommendations from the organization's present employees who usually refer friends or relatives who they think are qualified for the job. The employee who referred the candidate often receives referral bonus if the candidate is hired. Fifth, we have educational institutions. These are good source of young applicants or new graduates who have formal training but with very low work experience. For managerial and technical positions, schools may refer some of their alumni who may have the necessary qualifications for the said job. For instance, a university known for its engineering graduates are looking for an additional instructor in the said field, and since they have their list of their best graduates, then they can hire some of their alumni to work with them. And lastly, we have public and private employment agencies. This may also be a good source of different applications for different types of job vacancies, for they usually offer free services, and for the private ones, they charge fees for both the job applicants and for the recruiters. Soliciting referrals from them. Some of the examples of public employment agencies are Philippine Overseas Employment Administration, and the Department of Labor and Employment. For private, we have Petitions Human Resources Incorporation and the Brilliant Mind Incorporation and other organizations that are recognized by the government. So those are the methods of external recruitment. Now let's move on to the other method of recruitment, which is the internal recruitment. Internal recruitment involves filling job vacancies through promotion or transfer of existing employees. In other words, recruitment happens within the organization. Best example for this is promotion, moving an existing employee to a higher level position within the company. An internal recruitment helps retain talent, boost employee morale, and reduce recruitment costs. In simple words, external recruitment involves looking for prospective individuals to join from outside the organization, and the internal is from the inside. A well-rounded recruitment strategy utilizes both external and internal recruitment to ensure that they can attract and hire the right talent. This comprehensive approach supports an organization's growth and success.
And here are the advantages and disadvantages of internal and external recruitment. The advantages of external recruitment are faster, cheaper, the candidates know the business, and provides opportunities. Its disadvantages are limits up. The business already knows the strength and weaknesses of the candidates. Limits applicants. No new ideas may cause vacancy and may cause resentment and create another vacancy. And the advantages of external recruitment are brings new ideas, smarter applicants too, and wide experience. Its disadvantages are slower, more costly, and may not reveal the best candidates.